What's going on, guys? We're going to get started here in just a minute. You guys ready? All right, doing an audio test. Make sure everybody can hear me. We're going to be streaming live on YouTube as well as our website, CappersDi.com, as well as the live stream platform. So if you guys could hear me or you guys can't hear me and you see my lips moving and you can't hear me, please do let me know. Testing, testing. Audio check. Appreciate it. Hail to the victors. I hope your parlay hits. Give me 1 sec. Guys, give us a minute. We're going to be getting rolling here in just a minute. Let's turn the air down. It's hot in here. Hail to the victors. Seattle winning, hopefully. Glad to hear that you straight bet them finally. Hey, you guys want to put the Knights game on the TV? Come on. Cappers Nation. No, who are you trying to reach? No, there's no chase. No chase here. Yep. Wrong number. You guys alright? They could see me lift my pants and then, alright, whatever. Put the glasses on for all the haters. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports gambling show. I am your host, YouTube's #1 asshole, Kyle Johnson, coming to you live from the Cappers Direct set here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Guys, I could not be more than thrilled to bring you this week's episode. Today is Thursday, June 7th. Welcome to the show. We've got some great things to talk about, and hopefully we can make you guys a more successful bettor. All right, guys, couple things that we're going to be going over in this week's edition. The NBA Finals, what you need to know for Game 4. The NHL Stanley Cup Finals Game 5 is just about to start here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Major League Baseball, everything that you need to be successful betting sports, actually betting baseball, over the next week until next week's show. Futures betting, something we haven't talked about yet on the show. NFL news, which will be a new little segment, as well as our infamous Real Talk. This show is brought to you by the fine guys at Cappers Direct, your nation's leading group of handicappers, industry experts, syndicates, and sharps alike. Guys, welcome to everybody that's tuning in live on YouTube, as well as our broadcast on live stream and our website. This is a first time that we're actually bringing our Cappers Nation show to YouTube. So for all of our YouTube viewers, this show is live and raw, and it's unedited. There's no takes. So if I mess up, rest assured, I probably will before the show is over, but I'll probably correct myself. Reading the comments on YouTube. So welcome aboard, everybody from YouTube, as well as live stream and watching it live on our website, CappersDirect.com. Each location has a chat window. We do have the live chat open so I can see your comments. I will probably be distracted by them because YouTube seems to get a lot more user interaction. So we could not be more thrilled to bring you this week's show here on YouTube. If you guys have a sound quality issue, please do make a comment. Let me know if something, if the sound quality changes throughout the show, because I can adjust it right here on the equalizer for you guys. So, now that we already did our introduction, welcome, guys. I am your host, Kyle Johnson, and it's going to be a great show, and let's jump right into it because we do have free plays in this show for you guys. Not only do we have one for one of the later games in Major League Baseball, but I also have something for you guys for tomorrow in the NBA that we're going to be releasing in this video tonight. All right, guys. NBA Finals segment. Guys, Golden State Warriors are leading the series 3-0. It should be 2-1, but a Cavaliers mistake at the end of game 1 has them down 3-0. Cheyenne, welcome. You're just tuning in. You haven't missed nothing. We're just getting started. Glad you could join us. Thank you to everybody that's actually watching as well. There is a chat window if you're streaming on live stream. Real quick, if you're streaming this on live stream or our website, there's a small little circle with an indentation on it. If you click on that in the upper right-hand corner, it will take you to the chat window if you're streaming it in live stream or on our website. YouTube, you guys know how to do it. So, Golden State leading the series 3-0. Tomorrow night, Friday the 8th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 here in Vegas and the rest of the West Coast. Game number 4 in Cleveland. All right, guys, the current line on that game is sitting at -4.5 favoring Golden State. We've actually seen it as high as 5, but it seemed to drop back down to 4.5. All right, plus 4.5 for the Cavaliers. LeBron James down 3-0 with a total over and under 215.5 points. We've actually, the line opened up at 216 with the total. It's down to 215.5. I expect it to drop to 215 here in Vegas overnight. By the time tomorrow morning comes, it should be 215. It is already 215 in nearly every single offshore betting place, offshore gambling site at the time of this video. Actually, 5 minutes before I filmed it, I double-checked the line. All right. Golden State won game 1, 124-114. They should have lost game 1. Cavaliers mistake with a couple seconds to go. Not to say they would have made the basket, but they would have at least had a fighting chance to win that game and not give up in overtime. Golden State also won game 2. They were up 13 at the half, and they never looked back, and they beat the Cavaliers 122-103. Game 3, Golden State also won. Everybody already knows 110-102. They were down by 6 at the half. Then they came back and they outscored Cleveland 31-23 in the third quarter, as well as 27-21 in the fourth quarter. Golden State has been finishing games. Golden State has been playing a full four quarters. All right, and that's one of the keys that we went over last week for Cleveland to be successful. Cleveland's not playing a full game. And they're giving up along the way. And game 2, they gave up before it ever really got started. Now, one thing that I like to see that Seattle's winning 4-0 makes me happy. A question I've been wondering, as well as I've actually been seeing a lot of people in the industry have been wondering, reporters, industry experts, handicappers, sharps. We've been wondering, where's Rodney Hood for Cleveland? Cleveland coach Tyronn Lue has held him out of the finals until last game, until game 3. It's like he's been in the doghouse, and he's seen no action other than the bench. Well, he came out and he didn't waste any time. He shot a 7 of 11 from the floor. He was Cleveland's second best playmaker. I think we're going to see a lot of Rodney Hood with the way J.R. Smith is playing in game number 4. Scored 15 points, I believe. It was 14 or 15 points. 15 points. The only thing lacking with Rodney Hood playing and shooting 7 of 11 was there was zero chemistry. I don't know if you guys watched the game at all, but there was zero chemistry. Correct, and Thompson. Thompson as well. There was zero chemistry between Rodney Hood and LeBron James. Cheyenne, you keep getting lost feed. Anybody else keep getting a lost feed? But back to what I was saying is there was zero chemistry between Hood and LeBron James, and if they can get some on the court chemistry, they might be a nice duo for Game 4. And I think it's safe to say, really safe to say, that the way J.R. Smith has been playing, we're going to see a lot of Rodney Hood in Game 4. It's a do-or-die moment for Cleveland, win or go home. Nobody wants to get swept. Nobody wants that embarrassment, let alone on your own court. Cleveland's going to come to play in Game 4. Do they win the game? I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. Although I've been saying all year long it's hard to bet against LeBron James at home. That's one thing that is for sure. But if Cleveland wants to have a shot at forcing a Game 5, their defense needs to play fundamental basketball. I mean, I don't know if you guys watched the game at all, but the fundamentals that you're taught as a child or in high school or in your 1 year before you're done in college, these are the fundamentals at defense Cleveland needs to start playing. I mean, how can the Cleveland defense allow Golden State to run the same damn play, the exact play, 12, 15 times in a game? Just a simple screen and a layup, without making a viable effort to defend it. You know they're going to run it. They ran it 12, 15 times. And you're just going to stand there and let them keep running the same damn play and taking an easy 2 points on you. You are correct, Cheyenne. LeBron can't win it alone, and hail to the victors because they blow. Cleveland deserves to be there. They're a little bit better than being down 3-0. They should be actually down 2-1, but that's the way that everything rolled in Game 1. And here they find themselves in the do-or-die situation. Last week, I don't know if you guys tuned in or watched the show last week, but we gave you 5 keys to Cleveland standing a chance against Golden State. Golden State opened up as a super heavy favorite to win the NBA Finals. Everybody already knows that. Cleveland has been doing well on all those 5 key aspects, except for the fact that they can't keep it up for an entire game. I don't know if that sounded right. They can't keep it up for the entire game. But anyways, they can't keep the 5 keys going an entire 4 quarters. Game 1, they gave up in overtime. They had the game. They had a chance to win the game with a couple seconds left. They let it slip, and then in overtime, they flat out got outplayed. They fell behind early in game number 2, and they never caught up. Game 3, they gave up late. Real quick, those 5 key aspects that we gave you guys last week to Cleveland being successful against Golden State. I'm going to run over those real quick just so everybody tuning in, you can actually see a little bit about why we take the plays that we play, okay? In order for Cleveland to be successful, they need to find mismatches for LeBron. That was key number 1, okay? They need to be able to run screens, run pick and rolls. This will allow LeBron James more than one option, okay? It'll allow him a few options from the low post. He can either go and score, shoot the basket and score. He can pass the ball to the outside to an open shooter and put it up for 3 or a long 2. Key number 2 was Cleveland needs to force Golden State to play big. Tristan Thompson needs to have a huge game every single game. They need to force Golden State to play big. Golden State's one of the best teams at taking a big out of the game. Okay? In order for them to be successful in Game 4, Tristan Thompson needs to have a good game both offensively and defensively. So that means when Golden State gets their mismatch on a switch and Tristan Thompson finds himself guarding Kevin Durant or Steph Curry, he needs to be able to hang with them. All right? Key number 3 was Cleveland needs to control the tempo. Cleveland, everybody knows, is a slow-paced team. Golden State's high-paced, high offensive. They're going to run up and down the court. Their legs at Golden State will outlast Cleveland. If this is going to be a sprinting competition in game number 4, up and down the court, Cleveland doesn't stand a chance. So if Cleveland does not control the tempo, they don't have a chance in game 4. Cleveland needs to win it on defense is key number 4. Okay? And that starts, like I said earlier, with simple fundamental defensive basketball. They can't allow Golden State to run the same damn play 15, 20 times in a game. They got to make them work for every shot, every rebound. They need to outwork them not only offensively, but in the back as well. Without a defense, Golden State's going to murder Cleveland in Game 4. If Cleveland can play defense, they're going to give themselves a fighting chance, especially if they're able to do all the other keys. You're welcome, Diane. Thanks for the Seattle update, Cheyenne. Key number 5 was Cleveland needs to play with high energy and high intensity. Okay? Kind of like when I'm speaking and I get amped up and I keep going and going and going and going and rambling and ranting and rambling and ranting. Cleveland needs to do this all damn game long. They can't give up for 1 second. If they slow down, Golden State's going to punish them. If they slow down and they slip, Golden State's going to put them to shame. Keyword if. Yes. Now, we are going to give you guys a free play in the NBA Finals game number 4 for tomorrow night. We're going to give it out early. Normally we give it out for that day, although it's Thursday evening right now, and I have no problem giving it out. We are playing the total. All right, guys, we are taking the over. I know. Who was it that just posted in the group chat that they like the under in game 4? Hail to the victors. Cavs money line and the under in game 4 to bank it. I do like them on the money line. If I had to bet the side, I would bet them. I'd probably take the easy route and take the plus 4.5. However, the free play is the over 215.5 points. I would wait if you have the option. If your line's not at 215, wait. I don't see this line going up at all tomorrow. Okay, I see it actually dropping. A lot of the other sports services and the touts and the public is going to be riding the under. Okay, a lot of the public is going to be riding the under. Come on, man. I know. I hope you didn't bet it. If you did, you need to switch it, all right? We're going to take the over 215. Almost every single... When we first started this show not long ago, I checked the line 5 minutes before. So 27 minutes ago, I checked the line, and almost every offshore site was 215 for the over and under. Okay? Every casino here in Vegas, there was a couple small ones that were 215. Everybody else was at 215.5. I'm going to wait to bet the game until I see the line at 215. If for some reason it starts going the other way, I'll bet it fast. But more than likely, I don't see it going up. I see it either staying right around 215.5 or dropping down to 215, possibly even 214.5. So that's your free play for tomorrow in the NBA. Take the over 215 or 215.5, whichever one you get. I know I'm killing you. But I don't kill your bank, right, Cheyenne? I like that comment. So, moving right along, all right, guys, because I do have a Major League Baseball free play to give you guys once we get to the Major League Baseball section. Guys, if to everybody out there that's watching either live or the archived version, if you're looking to get your company noticed, I don't care if it's another sports service that competes with Cappers Direct on a daily basis. Maybe you're an offshore sports book that's tuning in watching our show. I've already talked to a few of you guys. Maybe you're a marijuana company. Whatever it may be, you want to get major exposure, just send us an email to cd@CappersDirect.com. We have big advertising opportunities available. We're not just limiting our show to one sports service. All right, if you're a handicapper and you want to get noticed and you want to get featured on our show, just give us a call or send us an email. But there is one rule and one stipulation. If you are a fake, a fraud, a phony, or scammer, you're not coming on here. We don't need your advertising dollars, and we definitely will not allow you to come on and pump bullshit on this show. So you better make sure that you're real. You better make sure that we can verify it and all of that good stuff. I'm happy that your daughter agrees with us to take the over. She's a smart girl. All right, guys, moving right along. NHL Stanley Cup Finals. Game number 5 is right now in Las Vegas. Getting ready to start, and there's nobody that puts on a pregame show like the Vegas Golden Knights. So that game is going to start here very shortly. And I am going to give it out. If you guys, I don't know if you guys have time to bet it. It's 5:19 here. Most of your guys' lines may have already taken it off. The puck hasn't dropped, but one of our plays on our website for our consensus plays is we gave out the over 5.5 goals in the Washington Capitals Vegas Knights game. So if you have a chance to bet that, there's a nice little free play for you guys. I wasn't anticipating the game not starting yet, but it is Vegas. There is a huge pregame show, and nobody does a pregame like Vegas does. So that was one of our free plays on our website. If you want to go ahead and bet it, go ahead and bet it. But for everybody that's just now tuning in or just not really doesn't pay attention to NHL, you can make a lot of money betting NHL. Now, the guys as a whole at Cappers Direct, we don't give out a lot of NHL. It's not because we don't like it, okay? It's not because we don't like it. I personally love it, and I actually bet quite a bit of it. There's just a lot more angles in other sports, and when you have 8 guys, because there's 8 of us at Cappers Direct, okay, where I work. This show is Cappers Nation. It's Cappers Direct is a sponsor of it, but where I'm employed on a daily basis to put in my knowledge and my expertise, there's actually 8 of us. So it's myself and 7 other gentlemen. Okay, in order for us to come up with a premium play or consensus play, we need to all be in agreement on it. And a lot of the guys, a lot of these old school guys, they're not big into hockey. I've got season seats to the Knights. I actually have my wife and her sister are actually at the game right now, and I am not there because we have this show live today. I also have season seats to another team, believe it or not. Obviously, they're not in the playoffs. But I'm a huge hockey fan. You kill me when I hear you bet 20. I'll prove it. I'll prove it though. Tell me you did the right thing with the Caps minus 1.5. I'm taking the over 5.5 on that game. But if I got to pick a side, I'm sorry. I'm gonna root for the home team to force Game 6. You got to remember, I am a Vegas resident. Reading these comments gets me distracted. But Game 5, guys, today here in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. Alex Ovechkin, he's got a chance to get his first Stanley Cup tonight. Will he get it done? Today, I don't know. Overall, the Capitals' chances are looking pretty damn good. Being up 3-1, it's going to take a lot for them to lose 3 straight games to Vegas. That's assuming they don't finish off our home team Golden Knights today. Vegas won Game 1. You are correct, Cheyenne. I do say that. You can't follow your heart when betting. That's why I'm not betting the game. But if I had to, if somebody put a gun to my head, I would probably take the Knights today only because they are playing at home with an edge. Game 6, total different story. I never bet with my heart. I'll bet where the smart money is supposed to go, and that's on the over 5.5 goals today. Vegas won game number 1, 6-4. Washington won in a heartbreaking loss. With many opportunities for Vegas, 3-2. Washington won Game 3, 3-1, and Washington absolutely smashed the Golden Knights in Game number 4, 6-2, after opening up with a 4-0 lead. The series could be different. The series could be tied 2 games apiece. Vegas had all the chances in the world in Game number 2, except the goaltender for Washington absolutely robbed them. And for that fact, and for that fact only, the Capitals lead the series 3-1. Like I said, we did give out a 1 play, part of our consensus plays at Cappers Direct, on the over 5.5 goals in the Capitals and Golden Knights game. If Vegas wins tonight and forces a Game 6, and that's an if, they're going to have an absolutely monstrous task winning in Washington, in front of the Washington hometown. Ticketmaster and the Capitals will not let anybody who's not a local resident buy a ticket for that game unless you're buying it from a third-party vendor, like StubHub or on another site or from a scalper. So here's this Tom Jones guy tuning in. Ask BookieKiller35 on Twitter. He posted 25 straight wins. Why, Mr. Tom Jones, are you here promoting another service? Now, you've posted this comment on our YouTube channel multiple times only for us to delete it. Now, I don't mind people talking back and forth, but if you're only here to troll us, to post a copy of, or to post about your service using a spam fake account, Go post it on somebody else's. We've actually been nice. We haven't blocked you, Mr. Tom Jones. But we're about to. I don't like to block anybody. I make sure that even the negative comments, we don't remove negative comments here. But what we do remove is the scammers and the spammers that come on our site and come on our YouTube channel and start trying to promote their own bullshit scam shit. Do you document plays? Yes, we do. Yes, we do, Tom. But if you want to promote somebody else, go promote it on their page. All right? What Hail to the Victor said, all right? His comment's just a couple up. No, Guy is not so mad, Mr. Tom Jones. But our page is not here for you to promote your service. Now, Hail to the Victors. Can you hear us now? All right, doing a little audio check. Everybody can hear me, I'm assuming, with the exception of Hail to Victors. All right, you got me now. All right, good. Just making sure everybody that's here is able to hear us. Now, this show is brought to you by the fine guys at Cappers Direct, your nation's leading group of handicappers, industry experts, syndicates, and sharps alike. All right, guys. Now, Tom Jones, now that you're looking to buy picks, here you go. Here's your chance, because we're going to roll right into the weekly specials we've got for Cappers Direct. So now that you said you're here to buy picks, I think you'll be one of the first ones to place an order either during this show or right after. I look forward to seeing your order. So, guys, everybody knows I work with the group CappersDirect.com. We've got 8 of us over there, myself and 7 others, Jay, John, Ed, and the rest of the crew. Jeff, one of the owners. Bunch of great guys and some of the most successful, sharpest, brightest minds in the handicapping industry. We've got Syndicate Better that's with us. We've got an MIT graduate that works for us and crunches all our numbers. And there's a reason why we're successful, and there's a reason why I can bet what I bet. Everybody knows that I bet big. A lot of people, a lot of services want to say, hey, this guy doesn't. He's a liar. He doesn't bet big. Those tickets are fake. Guys, I show you real tickets. Hell, if you're in Las Vegas, feel free to meet me at the Aria. I'm down there every single day. Generally the Aria. Sometimes I switch it up and I go to Green Valley Ranch. Sometimes I'll drive to the other side of town to go to Red Rock or maybe the Wynn. Spread my business everywhere. But if you want to actually see me bet big, just give me a call. You want to see a copy of my ticket? Give me a call. If you want to start betting alongside somebody who's actually betting the games, pay attention, because here's a chance for you to do it. All right, guys, you can get our premium plays. These are our best bets, our top-rated games, the biggest games that we offer. You can get it for 2 days, for Friday and Saturday. We only gave out 1 premium play today, guys. We went 1-0 on the Cubs on the money line. Yes, you do have Delaware Park to start betting at, which is great news for you guys. But, guys, you're going to get 2 days of our premium plays, both Friday and Saturday of our premium plays. We have at least 2 plays for tomorrow. And Saturday, I don't know what we have yet until more than likely Friday night when we start working on them. Something that's new to us. We've always made it where you had to call in because we prefer our premium plays to be on a one-on-one service, a personalized service. It's not so that way we can treat you any differently, or your mic just muted. hopefully it's just your connection and everybody else could hear me and you'll pop right back in. But our premium plays, when we ask you to call in, I prefer you to work with you guys one-on-one. But if for some reason you're nervous Nelly and you don't want to call in and you just want to get the plays online, that's fine. Purchase them right online. You'll get them daily right on our website, CappersDirect.com. You'll get the same games that I'm putting out to our clients that are working with me one-on-one. They're the exact same plays. It doesn't matter that I'm giving you guys a special and a discount. You're going to get our plays, the same plays that I'm betting for over $20,000 a game on. All right, you can get them right on our website, CappersDirect.com. All you got to do is click on the tab that says Consensus Plays. We do have our web development team updating the website, so getting our premium plays will be a little bit easier for you guys in the long run. All right. Now, somebody asked, our premium plays are a little more on the expensive side. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Hail to the victors. The normal price is $3,000 for the month of our premium plays, which is which is $100 a day for our biggest games. However, we're willing to work with everybody that's out there. We've got plans for everybody, depending on your situation. Even you, Cheyenne, I'm sure we have something that we can work out for you to get you on our premium plays. Even if it doesn't matter if you're a $200 better or a $100 better or a $5,000 better or more, we've got something for you. Tom Jones. Oh, here you go. Telling us about the other service. Oh, he's a scam. He lost big. That sucks. If you want to see a copy of tickets, go to our website, CappersDirect.com. Search through the blog. I've got tickets. I've got videos of me actually betting. All right? Hell, there's videos of me hitting jackpots, playing the big slots at MGM Grand. There's plenty of tickets on our website. All you got to do is go down to the bottom of the page, because on the left-hand side, Tom, it's like a blog post. Start clicking and reading through there, and you'll see copies of the bets. Sorry to hear that you lost with another service. But you know what? I'm not going to talk bad about another service. But if you want somebody that's actually betting the games themselves and for a substantial amount of money, you're in the right place, Tom. All right? Now, hail to the victors. You're normally a $50 to $100 bettor, got 4 kids and an okay job. $50 to $100 bettor. But let me ask you, are you betting 3, 4, 5 games a day? Because if you're betting 3, 4, 5 games a day, or even 2 games a day, and you're betting $100 a game, you're betting anywhere from $200 to $1,000 a day in action. Now, just because I say that we charge $3,000 a month, so if you're betting 2 games a day, and this is for everybody out there, and you could just do the math. I'm going to put it basically out there for a $100 bettor. If you're betting 2 games a day at $100, you're risking a minimum of $200 a day, which means you're putting over $6,000 a month in action, okay, on 2 games. Wouldn't it be better to play 1 game at $200? Or maybe you're a $200 bettor, and you're betting 2, 3, 4, 5 games a day, and you're used to putting over $1,000 in action. Wouldn't it be better to bet 1 game for $500 than 4 or 5 for $200 apiece or $100 apiece? Think about it. It's easier for us to win you 1-0 or 2-0 than it is for you to go 4-1, 3-1. Because if you're playing multiple games per day and you're not winning them all, or you're not going 3-1 out of 4 games, you're not making any money. You're losing money. And you are correct. Quality over quantity. Cheyenne, you only bet our free plays. That's fine. We appreciate you tuning in daily. We appreciate your positive comments and your support over the months. And hopefully we'll be able to build your bankroll on our free plays as well as what you guys do. Diane, it's $99 for Friday and Saturday's premium plays. You can get it on our website, or you can get it by calling in 888-561-8923. That's into the Cappers direct number. Don't call that number yet because it is forwarded to my cell phone, and this phone will ring. And I won't be able to take an order on the show. Cheyenne, you're only betting $30 a game. That's fine. You know, our consensus plays would be great for you. That's our next special. All right, our consensus plays. Guys, where you get 4 to 5 plays a day on average, it's between 3 and 5 plays. All right, but lately it's been a little higher on the 4 to 5 plays per day side. We've got two promotions going on, and I kind of lost track and got sidetracked. But premium plays Friday and Saturday for $99. That was promotion number 1. Promotion number 2 for the guys that aren't betting as big but still want high-quality games. These are the same games that we're putting out in our free plays daily. So we just went 6-1 in the last 7 games. Hopefully, tonight's free play on Seattle wins. Then we'll be 7-1 in the last 8 days. If that's the case, our consensus plays are for you. If you're not betting big and you want something that you could bet $30, $50, $100, $150 on to start building your bankroll consistently, we've got serious plays that put out serious results. They're just not right at the level of being a premium play. Those are our consensus plays. It's normally $149 a week or $299 for a month, but we've got it on sale for $75 for the week. You can get a week of our consensus plays right on our website. You never have to call in for our consensus plays. We don't give our consensus plays out over the phone. They're all over the internet, all right? And you get instant access when you sign up to our website. We're not going to email you plays. You don't have to wait for us to email them to you. You don't have to wait for us to text them to you. You don't have to call in and say, hey, jerk off, can you activate my account? And if you want to call in, you can. And rest assured, when you call in, we're not going to be upgrading you, saying, oh, what you just bought is absolute total crap. You need to get our biggest game. You need to buy this. You need to buy the XYZ Blow Me package. You need to buy the fucking 10-star lock of the year. Excuse my language. I'm getting on a little rant here. Cheyenne, a month of our consensus plays are $299. It's $300 for the month. That's 30 days of our consensus plays. Whereas a lot of times if our free play is losing, we're winning on our website. We'll give out 4 or 5 games, and we try and put one of our strongest ones on our YouTube channel for our free play of the day. Okay? But when you give out 4 consensus plays in a day, and you go 3-1, a lot of times we've had bad luck, and we've lost that game on our YouTube channel, which sucks because it doesn't highlight what we're doing. We always want to win our free play on our YouTube. No, Cheyenne, $299 a month is our regular price. You can get a 1-week trial of our consensus plays for $75. The consensus plays are on sale for the next couple days, $75 for a week, as well as our 2-day premium play package, $99 for 2 days. But we'll talk more about the promotions towards the end of the video, or if you guys got questions and want to ask. But let's jump into Major League Baseball because I do have a free play for you guys in the later game. So we've got an hour and 20 minutes before that game goes off, and I do want to get you guys on that game. We've already been rolling for 38 minutes now, and I always have a great time talking and talking smack and doing what we do. But let's move right along into Major League Baseball because we've got some important stuff to give to you guys. All right, anybody want to give me an update out there on the our free play of the day? What's the score, Cheyenne? Or hail the victors, Diane? What's the score on our game, guys and gals out there? Major League Baseball, guys. Who's hot? Who's not? Who to bet? Who not to bet? We're about to give you guys some valuable insight and a few tips today that should help you be a more successful sports bettor. 5-1. What inning, guys? If you tuned in last week, then we're in luck. Well, not me, because I'm already in luck. I was betting. You're in luck. Assuming you took our advice in last week's show. If you did, you made yourself a great deal of money. You made yourself a great deal of coin from last week just by watching our free show. The Los Angeles Dodgers had another 4-2 week since last week's show. Thank you, Cheyenne. Last week, we also said to fade the following teams. And if you did, if you faded the following teams, just fading these teams, you're 20-9, not including juice. We told you to fade the Toronto Blue Jays. They've lost 4 games and won 1. They're 1-4 in the last 5 games. We also told you to fade the Baltimore Orioles. They're 2-2 in their last 4 games. Now, we do have a small predicament for this week. Or actually, right now, Toronto is playing Baltimore, so it's kind of hard to fade both of them. We also said to fade the New York Mets. Since our last show, they've lost 6 straight games. We also said fade the Chicago White Sox. Now, they're the only ones that would have cost you a little money on our fading program here. They're 4-3. They've won 4 times and lost 3 times since our last show. And then there was the Pittsburgh Pirates. We also said to fade. The under because both can't score. I like that one. The Pirates are 2-5 in their last 7 games from the last time that we filmed our show a week ago. They've won 2, lost 5. So all in all, just by the advice that we gave you guys by fading, if you were fading the teams that we told you to fade the last week, you're 20-9. Not including juice. I didn't have time to add it up right before the show. But by next week's show, the teams that we tell you to fade, I'm going to try and get all the juice on there. Penalty on Vegas. Uh-oh, give me the updates. Although I know Hail to Victors is a little biased today. No scoring yet, I see. Jumping right into Major League Baseball. Teams that we're going to talk about this week. The Chicago Cubs. 34-24. Second in the NL Central. 8-2 in the last 10 games. 53 runs scored in their last 10 games, and they've only given up 28 runs, respectively. Now, they're not playing very good at home. They're 3-4 in their last 7 games at home. Now, the Cubs on the road, total different story. 9-2 in their last 11 road games. They're opening a 3-game home series against the Pirates, who they beat the last time they played 2-1. Then they're going to start a 6-game road trip to Milwaukee, then I believe St. Louis, and that starts on Sunday the 11th. Cubs on the road have been money the last couple weeks. Last 3 weeks, Cubs on the road have been absolute money. Now, the team that I hate talking about, going back to a child, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, I've said this in a couple shows. I grew up in Southern California. My entire family, my mother, they're all Dodgers fans. Oh, hail to the victors. He's gone, huh? Avil050 Avi, welcome to the show. Wine, Cappers Nation, and money to bet. Can't get better than this. Absolutely not. What kind of wine you drinking? But anyways, back to the Los Angeles Dodgers, a team that I absolutely hated growing up. I loved to bet on them when I did tell him I'd show him a ticket, and now he's gone. That guy's actually posted on our YouTube channel in the comments a couple times the exact same comments, like a copy and paste thing. He's probably trolling for his own service. He put his little hit and quit it in, and we called him out on it. But back to the Dodgers, third in the NL West. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. They're finally 31-31. Although they won today, barely. Read in the comments. Well, he probably didn't get paid anything to advertise because he's advertising for his own service, pretending that he's not. I've seen his comments around. But the Dodgers, 7-3 in their last 10 games, 15-5 in their last 20 games. Yes, the Dodgers are 15-5 in their last 20 games. 9-1 in the last 10 road games. Another team that is absolutely flat out winning when they play on the road. 6-4 in their last 10 home games. In the last 10 games, the Dodgers have scored 70 runs, respectively giving up 49 runs in the last 10 games as well. They're starting an 8-game home stretch tomorrow against my personal favorite team, the Atlanta Braves. Now, hopefully, for people that are betting the Dodgers, they can start winning at home. Because if not, what they've been doing is not much winning at home. But now, on to the Atlanta Braves. We haven't really looked into the game against the Dodgers for tomorrow. But the 36-26 Atlanta Braves are second in the NL East. They were really, really red hot. Now they're slipping. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. Although overall in the last 20 games, they're 13-7. So as of late, they've been on a downhill skid. But overall, the bigger picture of the last 20 games, 13-7. 7-3 in their last 10 home games. Atlanta playing great at home, not so much on the road. 47 runs scored in the last 10 games. Now, here's the thing. When you're looking to bet overs and unders and you want to see whose bats are hot, whose pitchers are hot, and I just throw out the quote, 47 runs in the last 10 games. Now, that's kind of misguiding because 14 of those runs were scored in one game. So you take away that record, and they've got 33 runs in 9 games. Averaging 3.3 runs is not going to win you ball games consistently. Now, they've given up 42 runs in the last 10 games as well. This is one of the reasons why they're 5-5. The Atlanta bats are just not connecting. They're not getting hits in timely manners. They're not producing runs. Now, the Houston Astros. Another team we've bet on heavy this year. And we've made a lot of money on the Houston Astros so far. However, as of late, if you're betting them, you're getting absolutely pounded. 38-25, 13 games above 500, second in the AL West. 4-6 in their last 10. However, they are 7-4 in their last 11 home games. Now on the road, the Astros have been getting pounded. They're 5-5 in the last 10 home games. Houston's struggling a lot more on the road than they are at home. They've only scored 48 runs in their last 10 games. They've given up 53 runs in their last 10 games. Unless there's a huge advantage to be betting them, a big mismatch up in the line or a total, we're going to be steering clear of Houston until they can snap out of what they've been snapping in. All right. St. Louis Cardinals, 33-27, third in the NL Central. Cardinals are only 5-5 in the last 10 games. Now, the Cardinals -1.5. The Cardinals on the run line was one of our consensus plays on our website today. They did win 4-1. So now Cardinals are 33-27, 5-5 in their last 10 games, 5-5 in their last 10 home games, 4-6 on the road. Cardinals have only scored 40 runs in the last 10 games while giving up 45 respectively. Now, that they did. Marlins did beat them 2 out of the last 3 games, and we took them today. And glad we did. Now, the Nationals. The Washington Nationals, first in the NL East division. 35-25, 10 games above 500. 7-3 in their last 10 games. 7-3 in their last 10 road games. They just finished a 10-game road trip winning series against the Marlins, against the Orioles, and they did lose a series against division rivals, the Atlanta Braves. Justin, welcome to the show. You guys are probably a few degrees hotter in Phoenix than we are up here in Vegas. Now, the Nationals, 9-5 in the last 14 home games. 40 runs scored in the last 10 games, averaging 4 runs per game. The Nationals bats, much like the Braves, they're just not producing timely hits. They get runners on. They're not putting a ball in play and advancing runners to home plate. And if you can't produce timely runs, you can't score. Or sorry, if you can't produce timely hits, you can't score. Luckily for the Nationals, who are 7-3 in their last 10 games, have only given up 23 runs in their last 10 games. The Nationals pitching is pitching lights out. Now, the bats are not connecting on the offense, but the pitching and the defense is coming to play. The Milwaukee Brewers, 37-25. First in the NL Central, 5-5 in their last 10 games. They've lost 3 straight games, guys. They're 1-4 in their last 5 road games. However, at home, they're playing lights out. All right? They're 8-2 in their last 10 home games. They start a 7-game home stretch starting Sunday the 11th against the Cubs. Now, that's going to be a matchup you may want to stay away from. You may want to wait. They've scored 49 runs in their last 10 games while giving up 44. One of the reasons why they're 5-5 in the last 10 games. And when we go over these teams, guys, we're just taking teams that we like to bet on, that we like to make money on, and we're going over some of the statistics behind these teams. And we're not breaking down the games, so to say, or the teams. We're just going over real quickly. I love the hockey update. Just going over the games or the teams that we're enjoying betting right now. The Seattle Mariners. Speaking of the Mariners, what's the score in that game, fellas and ladies? Seattle, 38-23, 15 games above 500. First in the AL West, 7-3 in their last 10 home games. They just split a 2-game series with the Houston Astros. 5-1. Thank you, Cheyenne. Absolutely love it. Hopefully they'll be 39-23 when tonight is done. They're starting a 4-game road series with the Tampa Bay Rays today. Then they go home for a 7-game home series against the Angels and the Red Sox. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games at home, 6-4 on the road. They've only scored 43 runs in their last 10 games. However, they've only given up 32, respectfully. 5-1, top of the 6. I like to hear that. If you guys tuned in and you watched our video for yesterday, for our free, we posted it actually for yesterday. Man, I'm all screwed up. We posted it late this morning, but if you tuned into our free play in Major League Baseball today, then you're enjoying a nice winner on Seattle, 5-1 so far. So hopefully they keep it going. Now, just looking at the rest of the scores here. The last team that we're going to talk about before we move on to a free play for you guys for tonight, the Boston Red Sox. The good old Red Sox, 43-19, first in the AL East. They've won 7 of their last 10 games, 15 of their last 20 games, 15-5 in the last 20 games, guys. They're 9-1 in their last 10 home games, 6-4 on the road. The Red Sox are money at home right now. They've scored 55 runs in the last 10 games. Again, another team that's hitting the ball well. They're just not connecting and getting those timely hits to where they're producing 7, 8, 9 games per run. But averaging 5.5 runs when you've got a pitching lineup like the Red Sox do, where they've only given up 36 runs in the last 10 games. They finish a 3-game series tonight against the Tigers, and they start a 3-game home series against the White Sox tomorrow before going on a long 10-game road trip to face the Orioles, Mariners, and I believe the Twins. Now, the Red Sox are losing. I believe they're losing 5-2, 6-2, 6-2, top of the 6th right now. Losing to Detroit. Hail to the Victors has bet the Tigers. Now, let's jump right into a free play, guys, because I know that's why you guys are here. I do have a free play for you guys in Major League Baseball today. The game does start in a little over an hour. And I couldn't be more thrilled to bring you guys more free plays. We gave you the NBA play for tomorrow, and now free play in Major League Baseball today. Justin, you're not the only one. Boston was one of our smaller consensus plays on our website as well today. So you're not alone. Sorry, hail to the victors. But we did give out Boston as one of our consensus plays. I don't want to wish anybody to lose, so we'll leave that subject at that one. Now, free play today, guys. 10:05 p.m. on the East Coast, 7:05 here in Las Vegas, and the rest of the West Coast. The Kansas City Royals face off against the Oakland A's in Oakland, California. The line, right before we filmed this, I haven't taken an updated look at it, but the line was the A's minus 170, plus 150 for the Kansas City Royals. That is true, Cheyenne. We can't win them all, although we sure damn do try. Over and under 8.5 runs between the Royals and the A's is the total on that game, over and under. Now, what we want you guys to do today for your free Major League Baseball play is we want you to take the over 8.5 runs. Now, hopefully it wins. Hopefully you guys are able to make some great money on it. So, Kansas City, Oakland, over 8.5. Cheyenne, you like the under, huh? Or are you talking about the Boston game? So, enjoy that free play, guys. That game does start in an hour and 10 minutes. You guys have plenty of time to get that game in. So everybody that's just tuning in now, we just gave out the free play on the over 8.5 runs on the Kansas City Royals Oakland A's game that starts in a little over an hour. Now, one of the parts of the Major League Baseball segment, that we started last week that I absolutely love to do, because a lot of people don't talk about this, is the teams we actually really love to fade. And if you've been fading these certain teams, you've been making a lot of money. Now, I know a lot of you guys try and do research on your own, and a lot of you guys are damn good at doing it, and you guys are probably more than qualified to join the crew over at Cappers Direct if you guys were in Vegas. But there's a lot out there, a lot of guys and gals that don't want to have to do the research, that don't want to have to crunch numbers and do statistics. Hell, I don't want to do statistics. That's why we hired a guy right out of MIT. And if you guys have ever talked to Matt, you guys know we've got a brainiac that works here. Now, I know a lot of you guys have, and he's a good guy. He's super, super, super smart. Sorry, I was reading the comments. So to the people that don't like doing the work or want to take what we have and piggyback off of it, here's some of the teams that we like to fade, and we will continue to fade over the next week. Obviously, with these first two, we probably won't. We already went over these first two. But the Toronto Blue Jays, 2-8 in their last 10 games. We've been fading them for a while. The Baltimore Orioles, 3-7 in their last 10 games. Again, another team we've been fading for a while now. The New York Mets, 2-8 in their last 10 games with 6 straight losses. We've been fading the Mets for quite a while. The Chicago White Sox, 4-6 in their last 10 games. However, they are on our list to fade. The Pittsburgh Pirates, 3-7 in their last 10 games. The Cincinnati Reds, 3-7 in their last 10 games. They're a new addition to our list of fading teams for this week. Now, the Miami Marlins, the Fish, 3-7 in their last 10 games. Toronto, Baltimore, the Mets, the White Sox, the Pirates, the Reds, and the Marlins. If you guys didn't take any other advice that I give you guys, and you guys just fade those 2, 4, 6, 7 teams, by next week, you'll be up a great deal of cash. Yes, you're exposed. Yes, sir. We like to fade Toronto. Now, one thing that I actually enjoy betting is I enjoy betting futures. I don't know about you guys or anybody that's tuning in live. Any of you guys like to enjoy bet? Sorry, I'm reading the comments. Guys, no fighting. It's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt. Avil 050. We went over this a little bit earlier. When we're fading two teams that are playing each other, for instance, the Blue Jays and the Orioles today, well, you do what Cheyenne and Hail to the Victor said. You bet the under when two shitty teams are playing each other. Depending on the pitchers and all the matchups and everything like that, depending on the over and under, we really didn't dig into that game very much. However, when we're fading two teams like the Blue Jays and the Orioles, if they're playing each other, we just take a pass. You don't have to bet every game that's out there. You don't have to bet every game that's on the board. It's not necessary. It's not required. It's okay to take a pass on a couple games, on a couple teams. There's a lot of good games out there where, for instance, we've been fading Toronto, we've been fading Baltimore, and we give out Seattle. We haven't give out Seattle in I don't know how long as a free play. Or on our website. So, there's a lot of money to be made on teams, even if you're not, so to speak, fading them or riding them on the win side. So what I would do what I did, and I just laid off the game. Yes, the Astros are fading day to day. We just covered that here a little bit ago. They're another team you need to be careful on. On what, Justin? The Tigers bullpen? Diane, good to hear that you've bet futures, and we're going to get right into that. Guys, we'll take questions and comments towards the end, and I try to answer them in between to be interactive. But futures betting, guys, one of the things that I absolutely love is betting on futures in the beginning of a season. As the NFL season approaches, you will start to hear me talk a lot more about futures betting. I'm not going to talk too much about it today because we are so far out from the NFL. But teams you should bet on, future-wise, teams that you should not. Absolutely not bet on. Once we get into the last week of the preseason, we will release our futures bet to all of our futures clients. So stay tuned for more of that in the near future. Now, a little advertisement, guys, from one of our paying sponsors who is actually a competing sports service to the guys at CappersDi. These guys are really good guys. Make sure you check them out. We've vetted them. They're very honest and sincere. This show is brought to you by the guys at 100unitpicks.com, home of the weekly 100-unit pick. Guys, they give you one game a week. They fully guarantee it to be a winner, or you get a full refund. Money-back guarantee, no questions asked. Check them out on their website, www.100unitpicks.com. They've won 14 of their last 20 weeks, picking just one game a week. Yes, I said they pick one game a week. That's all they give you. Their next game is scheduled for Sunday, the 11th of June. This coming Sunday. Don't miss out. Check them out today at 100unitpicks.com. That's www.100unitpicks.com. Now, guys, that's actually pretty cool. These guys come out and they isolate one game a week, and that's all they bet. Yes, sir. Hail to the victors. So if you're looking for one big game a week besides our guaranteed Saturday game, or you're looking for something that you can pound, make sure you guys check out our friends at 100unitpicks.com. All right? Now, short and quick subject. Guys, I could not be more thrilled about the NFL starting. We are less than 100 days from the start of the regular season. Now, if you count preseason, which I absolutely do not, now we'll watch it. We'll pay attention to it. We'll do what we do during the preseason. However, I'm not going to give you guys a preseason game. That I can assure you. But quick NFL news. We're going to run through some of the hot topics. Justin, I did see somebody post that. However, I do believe that person probably is a troll. That person was promoting another competing person on Twitter, and they've been posting it on our YouTube channel, and we've been deleting their comments. We've been nice enough not to block Mr. Tom Jones. Don't know if Tom Jones is real or not. He said if I produce a ticket for $20,000, he'll be the first to sign up. So I'm assuming he's already signed up by now, because all he had to do was go to our website. Cheyenne, we do a little in the CFL, the Canadian Football League. We do a little in the WNBA. But I'll be honest, we make so much money betting baseball, and it's not because the season's the longest. You are correct. Then he left. As soon as I said where to go check out my ticket, boom, he's gone. And I don't know if he's ordered yet, but I highly doubt it. But NFL news, back to the NFL news. Little over 60 days if you count the start of the preseason. The Cleveland Browns and Duke Johnson agreed to a 3-year, $15.6 million extension for the running back. He had 1 year left on his contract, and they locked him up for another 4 years, so good on Duke. The Patriots' Julian Edelman facing a 4-game suspension for performance-enhancing drugs. Now, he did appeal it. More than likely, he will serve that one. Yes, there are ladies that tune in. Believe it or not, I don't know, these comments that we've been getting, we get a lot of comments from ladies. We actually have quite a few female clients that call in that work with me one-on-one directly. But back to the news. Word on the street is Andrew Luck is getting very close to throwing a football again. It's great news for the Colts and all their fans, and anybody that wants to be able to bet on the Colts. Tom Brady missed OTAs this preseason with the Patriots. He did, however, attend their mandatory minicamp. Gave some excuse of personal reasons. Now, I don't know if you guys saw Terrell Owens is headed to the Hall of Fame. Congrats to T.O. However, he is boycotting the ceremony, and he's going to celebrate in T.O. fashion on his own. One thing that caught my eye before the show was... sorry, reading the comments. The comments get me distracted. I was just got off the golf course. I got all our guys on games this morning, then I actually went and played a round of golf in the heat, sweated my nuts off. But one of the news while I was actually sitting in the cart reading ESPN is Colin Kaepernick and his lawyers want to subpoena President Trump and Vice President Pence for their role in him being blackballed in the NFL. Come on, Colin. There's no doubt there's better... It's okay, hail to the victors. I'll get used to the comments and talking at the same time. There's no doubt there's a better... There's... Colin... Blah, 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 I can't talk. There's no doubt Colin Kaepernick is a better quarterback than some of the quarterbacks that are starting and backups in the league today. However, nobody wants the drama that comes with them. Now, my advice for Colin, not like he's going to, take it or ever hear it, just move on. Just move on. You want to fight your fight it in a different way, and if you ever want to play football again, what you're doing ain't going to work. Now, the San Francisco 49ers linebacker Reuben Foster was sentenced to 2 years of probation yesterday for pleading no contest to a misdemeanor weapons charge. He brought a gun that he legally purchased in Alabama to the state of California that has one of the strictest assault weapons laws, and he got caught for it. Illegal loaded weapon. Was just a misdemeanor charge. He pled no contest to it, 2 years probation. Now, he was the same guy that was accused by his ex-girlfriend of domestic violence not long ago. She did come out and say that she made up the stories. Now, I know the NFL is still considering suspension for Reuben Foster, so we'll see where that leads. Now, the real talk segment, all right? And we're going to wind this up here, guys, because we've been going for an hour and 10 minutes already. And again, thank you for everybody that's tuning in on YouTube Live, as well as our website, CappersDirect.com, and live stream platform. One thing that I like to touch on is responsible gambling. Now, it sounds like most of the people on here gamble responsibly. It doesn't matter how good you are, how good I am, or how good everybody is. But gambling is gambling. And betting on sports is still gambling. I can give you the best advice that I can give you. And if the players don't play, the coaches don't coach, we don't have a chance to win. Shit happens, we lose. Everybody knows I'm not perfect. The guys at Cappers Direct, we're not perfect. We lost our free play yesterday. Our free play's winning today. We won our premium play with the Cubs today. But in gambling, shit happens. And you take it on a chin like a champ and you move forward. But the last thing that I ever want is for somebody to get hurt betting on sports or gambling, period. If all you got is $1,000 to your name and you got to pay your rent, I'm going to recommend not betting. Now, there's not a lot of services that'll tell you that. All right? Make sure your bills are paid. Make sure your family's taken care of. If you've got a wife and kids or a baby mama, make sure they're taken care of. That's a subject most people won't touch. And I have no problem telling you guys and gals, make sure what you have at home is taken care of before you start gambling, before you start betting on sports. And exactly, Cheyenne, only bet what you can afford to lose. And when you're ready to start making serious money and you're ready to start betting with people that actually bet the games and that are successful long term, all you got to do is give us a call at Cappers Direct, 888-561-8923, or go to our website. We're always here to help you guys out. Now, another subject is making sure you do your due diligence on other sports services. Now, Justin Larson, you are correct. Nobody wants to take it on the chin. But when we lose, because it is going to happen, because nobody's perfect, take it on the chin and you keep moving forward. We win the next day. Now, Avil050, a good question. What do you recommend as a good starting bankroll to benefit for your services? Now, it all depends. If you're betting our premium plays or you're betting our consensus plays. Our consensus plays are designed for guys. We've got guys that are betting anywhere from 25 to 200. Some of them bet more on our consensus plays because their bankroll is higher. If you're able to bet, 2 to 500 a game, I would steer, and you have a decent bankroll, you have a couple $1,000s built up, I would steer you to our premium plays at a minimum and get you on a plan with our premium plays that one is affordable and two cost effective to where you're making a hell of a lot more money than you guys are paying the company. Okay, remember, I don't care if you guys come on with us or not. I don't own Cappers Direct. I wish I did, because then I'd have a hell of a lot more leeway in doing things the way that I would like to do them. Sometimes my hands are tied. However, with that being said, we've got an option for everybody. And it doesn't matter if it's our consensus place or our premium place. And it doesn't matter if you're a $20 bettor or a $200,000 bettor. And guys that say that there aren't out there, we've had guys come in and bet 100, 200, $250,000 on our games. They're not often, and they're very rare. But I'll just give it an example. It doesn't matter if you're betting $20 or 20,000 like myself. We've got something for you. All right, we've got something for you that you can take advantage of to where we can help you out. Now, so hopefully that answers your question. And if you want more in detail, just feel free to give me a call. I'll be happy to talk to you one-on-one. You can call me right at the Cappers Direct office at any time. Obviously not while I'm filming this because I won't be able to answer it. But make sure you do your due diligence on whoever you guys use. If it's us, if it's somebody else, there's millions of services out there. Now, Justin, you said you made a comment a little bit ago asking if we saw that somebody said they lost a bunch with another person. Have you ever used that service? Now, and when I say make sure you do your due diligence, make sure you guys know who you're paying for sports picks. Make sure you know who you're taking picks from. Make sure you know where these guys are from. There's a lot of sports services out there that absolutely flat out lie to you on where they're located. They'll have a 702 phone number. They'll say they're in Las Vegas. And they're not. They're nowhere near Vegas. Hell, they're not even in Reno. They're not even in the state of Nevada. You find them on the East Coast. You find them down in Florida, up in New York, Pennsylvania. There's a hub in New York that is monstrous with sports services. Now, I did notice a couple of them followed us on YouTube today, which was rather weird. We don't go out and troll the other services, so I don't really care what they put out there. But whatever, we'll take the follower, thank you, and probably the view and probably the thumbs down. I mean, I'm giving out free plays, yet somebody's already gave a thumbs down to the video. It was probably our Tom's Jones or one of the other services that subscribe and like every one of our videos. Or sorry, dislike every one of our videos. But guys, you need to make sure that you're watching oh, sorry, Justin. I didn't see that. I swore somebody said it was named Justin a little bit ago. But you guys need to make sure you guys know who you're getting games from, who you're paying. All right? If they can't process a real credit card, ask yourselves why. If they lie about where they're located, ask yourself why. If they lie about, having a Vegas phone number and they're in South Florida, you need to probably ask yourself. Give me 1 second, guys. The comments. There's a lot of people out there that want to take advantage of you guys. And that's one thing that I absolutely hate. Yes, Javier, I suck. Thanks for showing up. So, make sure you guys do yourself a big favor and watch out who you guys pay. All right? There's guys, I could rant about it. I could name a bunch of names, and I'm not going to do that today. It's okay, hail to the victors. He thinks I suck. But it's okay. I say we keep this chat going for us that care. Thank you, Justin. I do appreciate it. Hail to victors. Cheyenne. Eric, thank you. Chris, did you miss the rest of the show talking about sports? And we're just on the segment of doing your due diligence on people that you pay. So, whatever. If you missed the rest of the show, well, the show's winding down. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. We're on the tail end of it. We're on the Let's Be Real segment, if that's what you want to call it. If you don't like it, feel free to click the X and go watch somebody else's video. You're not going to hurt my feelings. That I promise you. So, now that we already went over, guys, maybe one day we'll start telling the real stories and saying who's real and who's not. And but if you guys are here for winning plays, you're in the right place. Yeah, Diane, the trolls decided to come out towards the end of the show. Justin, I agree. Now, the last thing that I'm going to touch base, if you guys want to actually bet with somebody who actually bets the games themselves for a substantial amount of money, and we already proven our buddy Tom Jones and his fake account wrong earlier in the segment, but if you guys actually want to bet with somebody that's going to bet huge on a game, you're in the right place. That guy is actually talking right now. If you want to bet with somebody who's going to bet over $20,000 on a game tomorrow, you're in the right place. There's so many services out there that say, oh, yeah, I bet the game. And you ask them how much you bet it. Oh, I bet it for $10,000. I bet it for $5,000. I bet it for $2,000. Or maybe they're a $1,500 better, or maybe only a $1,000 better. Or maybe they only bet $200. But then you ask them, hey, can I see a ticket? Can I see a copy of your bet? They never have one to produce for you. One thing that I can guarantee you, and all the trolls and all the haters out there, if you ask to see a ticket of mine, I'll be happy to show it to you. All you have to do is call the 888 number to Cappers Direct, or if you have my cell phone number, which every one of my personal clients does, just text me. Hey, Kyle, can I see a copy of your bet today? Absolutely. I have nothing to hide. I'm actually proud of what I bet. Now, there's people out there that they get on Twitter, they get on Instagram, and they post a copy of a ticket, but they blur out with a Sharpie or on their computer, on their Photoshop, how much they actually bet. Why in the world would you hide how much you bet? Unless you're betting small. Just to produce a ticket. To try and fool people into thinking that you're betting. If you're going to bet the game because you're giving out a game, you should be betting it big. Because if it's not worth the service betting it themselves for a substantial amount of money, why in the world should you bet it? Guys, if I was only betting $500 on my premium plays, how in the world could I honestly ask our players to bet $500 or $1,000 or more than me? Now, I do get players that time to time do bet more than me, but I bet on the larger side, and that's fine. But if the service you're using is lying about what they bet or they can't produce a ticket, like somebody's waving a red flag and you guys are just missing it. But that's okay. But anyways, if you guys want to bet with somebody who's actually betting the games themselves and going to be financially vested in the same game as you, then you're in the right place. Mark, thank you. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for tuning in. Diane, thank you as well. I'm glad this is your first one. Diane, this is actually, believe it or not, the first time we've streamed this show live on YouTube. We've always done it so far on the live stream platform or on our website, CappersDirect.com. One more time for everybody that's tuning in towards the end of the show. We're going to go over the weekend specials for Cappers Direct. That way we can get you guys on our consensus plays, on our premium plays, and really start making you guys some money. You guys have a chance to get 2 days of our premium plays, Friday and Saturday. Now, our premium plays are our biggest bets, our top-rated games, our best bets. Same games that I'm moving over 20 grand, anywhere from 10 to 20 grand a piece on. And if you guys are new and you want to see my tickets, I will absolutely produce tickets for you. Not make them up. I will screenshot them as I do them. I will take a photo of them as I'm in the casino, and I will send them to you. But $99 gets you 2 days, Friday and Saturday, of our premium plays. All right, they're normally a lot higher than that. You guys can see the regular price on our website. We're not a cheap service. All right, we put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money into our company and our plays. And there's a reason why they cost money. I mean, the set doesn't get built for nothing. And there is a reason why we are here. And we have no problem giving you guys a free play on YouTube each and every single day. But get on board for our premium plays for Friday and Saturday. We've got at least 2 of them for tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to have on Saturday until Saturday, but we've got 2 huge premium plays for Friday already locked and loaded, ready to go. You can get them online on our website, CappersDirect.com, or you can get them by calling 888-561-8923. Let us know that you want to get on board our premium play special, 2 days for $99. As well as our consensus plays that are on sale. Normally, our consensus plays, guys, you get anywhere from 3 to 5 games per day on our consensus plays. These are the same games we're giving you guys in our free plays. So like the Mariners today, last time we checked, they were winning 5-1. I don't know what the score is. Nobody's given me an update in the last half hour. But these are the same games as our free plays, okay, that were 6-1. Oh, no, you're all good. Hail to the victors. I got no money on the game other than the over, which I'm still hoping the game goes over. And actually, I'm an Alex Ovechkin fan. I've been a big fan of his for years. So if my team don't win, at least he's finally getting a cup. But guys, back to our consensus plays. They're on sale for 1 week for $75. You can get that right on our website, CappersDirect.com. Our consensus plays are always on our website. Now, our premium plays are given out on our website and over the phone. It doesn't matter if you're an online customer and you want to switch to being a one-on-one client with myself, or vice versa. They're the exact same games. So you can get 2 days of our premium plays for $99 on our website or by calling, or you can get 7 days of our consensus plays on sale for $75. These sales are going to run until the end of tomorrow, end of Friday at midnight. So you can get Fridays and Saturdays consensus plays, Fridays and Saturdays premium plays, or a week of our consensus plays on sales right on our website or by calling. With that being said, yeah, Justin, I think they fell asleep. Actually, they probably tuned off, hopefully. Now, this show would not be possible without our sponsors. So with that, I would like to thank, first of all, our sponsors, the guys at CappersDirect.com that employ me on a regular basis, Papa Dan's Beef Jerky, 100UnitPicks.com, and as well as we do have another one that will be announced in next week's show, another sports service that has a very big online presence is coming to the Cappers Nation show and joining up with us for the Cappers Nation online show movement. So stay tuned for that announcement next week. Next week's show, guys, will air again here on YouTube, as well as live stream platform, as well as our website, CappersDirect.com. Next Thursday, the 14th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. If anybody has any questions, now's the time to ask them, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. If somebody's got a story they want to say about another sports service, good or bad, let's hear it. Eric, I can't wait for the NFL as well. Less than 100 days, buddy. Be here before we know it. Let's check the score updates. And guys, our premium plays. Our premium play did win today on the Cubs on the money line, minus 125. Justin, who lost their straight bet on the Tampa Bay money line? Avi used, that's the Meat Man, right? He's out here in Vegas. I know he goes to Louisiana a lot from what I know. I've never personally met him, but I don't have anything bad to say about the guy. Sorry to hear you went 0-7 on horses. All right, Seattle 5-1, top of the ninth. I like to hear that one. Justin, what were you talking about? Losing a straight bet on the Tampa Bay money line? Dodgers winning today 8-7. My buddies. Who's my buddies? I got a lot of them. Diane, yes, see you next week. I look forward to it. Justin, who's my buddies? Apparently, I have a lot of them on YouTube. I got a lot of friends. I make them rather easy, as you can see. Cincinnati won in 13 innings, 7-5. Oh, Steven Javier. Did they have a free play today? Did I miss something? What did I miss? I don't read all the comments while watching or while doing the show. I skim through them, and they're right on the screen. But that is that, guys. Guys, again, thank you to all of our viewers that jumped on throughout the show and tuned in. To everybody that's going to watch the archived version on our website as well as YouTube, thank you as well. I could not be more excited. And, guys, I love doing this show. And as it moves forward and as we get closer to the NFL season, you will see this show more often. When the NFL comes, our show will be more than one day a week, which is a great thing. I am actually pushing for Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'd love to make it a 4-day a week thing. The guys at LVSS that actually put on Cappers Nation, they want it to be 2 to 3 weeks, or sorry, 2 to 3 days per week once the NFL rolls around. You're welcome, Justin. I would like it to be. I'd do it 5, 6, 7 days a week if I could. I have a blast doing this. And as the season rolls around, NFL, college football, and then college basketball, and the whole cycle rolls around all again, it's going to be a great thing. And I actually really look forward to bringing you guys more free plays each and every single day. And guys, make sure you check Cappers Direct out on YouTube. We put out free plays each and every single day. Today's looking like it's a winner. We gave out the Seattle Mariners on the money line. Hopefully they pull it off in the 9th inning. And again, to everybody that tuned in, thank you. Any questions, feel free to shoot us an email, cd@cappersdirect.com, or give us a call anytime, 888-561-8923. Remember, jump on board our premium play special, as well as our consensus plays. Guys, you're not going to get our premium plays any cheaper than this, all right? If you want to sample the best stuff, and it being $99 for 2 days, if you're moving $100, $200 a game, I'll make you money over the next 2 days. If I don't, I'll keep you going until I do. So for everybody that's still tuning in, jump on board our premium plays. And if you don't make money over the next 2 days, 1, shame on me, and 2, I'll take care of you until you do. All right? Again, thank you to everybody. Thanks to all of our valued viewers, members, and everybody tuning in. Like Justin just said, let's get the money. Guys, I'm Kyle, and we'll see you guys next week on Cappers Nation, and I'll see you guys on YouTube tomorrow.